There is a secret language in Afro-Cuban music. To decode it, you're going to need a key, una clave, not the instrument, but a system to decode the phrasing. That system is something I call RTS, Relayed Time Shifting. If you remember Chapter 3, you know that the clave rhythm evolved from the native African pattern, which we can consider to be in 6/8 time. This is a clue as to where the secret language is hidden. The alphabet of Afro-Cuban music, as well as all music of African descent, is the vocabulary of what we can consider to be 6/8. For our purposes, I would like you to think of the 6/8 field as the realm of infinite rhythmic and melodic cycles. Rhythmic and melodic cycles are the alphabet of Afro-Cuban music and almost all music of African descent. This includes Afro-Brazilian, Afro-Caribbean, Central and South American, and even jazz. Contemporary Latin music is mostly felt and written in cut time. So how do you bring the 6/8 vocabulary into another style of music? These cycles can be relayed to the contemporary styles by using the RTS formula. This graph is the RTS formula. In order to fully absorb the meaning of these numbers, notes, and arrows, it would be great if you personalized it. So then, this graph is you. Specifically, your mind and your inner clock. This should be embedded in you as a perception of time. Cut time on the top represents the time signature in which most Latin music is written. 6/8 on the bottom represents the underlying vocabulary of rhythmic and melodic cycles. In the middle, we have our musical mathematical formula for a consistent pulse while shifting between the time signatures. The arrows on the side of the circle indicate the direction or flow of language. On the sides of the circle, we have our time-traveling vehicles, which are patterns and ostinatos. By using this formula, you can dip into and transfer back to cut time an infinite alternate dimension of time by accessing the rhythmic and melodic cycles of 6/8. Sound interesting? Let's analyze this on the kit. First, let's do basics. I'm going to give you an example of cut time and 6/8 using our formula. It will all make a lot more sense when you hear it. 1, 2, one E and a 2 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With that same feeling, with that same pulse, I'm going to take some patterns in cut time. I'm going to play them in cut time, and then I'm going to play them in 6/8. So in effect, what I'm doing is transferring my patterns from cut time into 6/8. So my cut time pattern is going to be bass drum, tumbao. My hi-hat's going to play on the ands, and the snare drum is going to take just eighth notes. That sounds like this. Now I'm going to play the pattern shifted into 6/8. The bass drum is going to play on 3 and 5. The hats are going to be on 2 and 5. And the hands are going to play all the eighth notes in 6/8. And it sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's important to think in 6/8, not in triplets. Although it may seem like triplets and 16th notes right now, you will soon see why you have to think in 6/8. Now with our common pulse, I'm going to play both patterns so you can hear how they melt into each other. First in cut time, then in 6/8. You'll definitely hear the difference, but what's important is to get the feel for shifting between cut time and 6/8 and how to apply this formula. In theory, it might sound complicated, but when you play it all together, it's not as hard. So this is what it sounds like. now what I'm going to do is play you in 6/8 some 6/8 vocabulary with the clave. Okay? Just a reminder, I'm just going to play clave with a pulse here on the hi-hat so you can hear the pulse that I'm thinking in my head. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 1 e and the 2 e and a. Okay? In 6/8, that would sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, let's play with the left foot clave in both the time signatures. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's the combination of cut time and 6/8. For a full study of RTS, check out my book, Latin Soloing for the Drum Set. It contains thousands of exercises designed to expand your knowledge of rhythm and your vocabulary on the drum set.